Yes. My wife had a baby, and I'm kind of looking to get rid of it. I had a problem with it.
Okay, hold on. I guess his wife had a baby, and they don't want it. Hold on, sir. She'll be with you right now.
Alrighty.
Hold on.
This is Lori.
Yeah, my wife had a kid, and when it came out, there's something wrong with it. It had no hair, it was little, it couldn't talk, or it couldn't walk. All it did was sit there and cry and poop everywhere.
And your point is what?
It's not, it's not right. It doesn't work.
I mean, babies don't walk, they don't talk.
Then what are they good for?
I'm sorry?
Then what are they good for?
What do you mean, what are they good for?
If they can't walk or talk and have no hair and they're little and tiny and weak, what's the purpose of them?
Well, I mean, that's a baby.
Why do we have them? What good does that serve me? That's what I'm trying to get to.
Well, is it your baby?
Yes, it's mine.
Okay, so I guess I'm a little confused. Let's kind of maybe start over here a little bit.
Okay.
I do adoptions. I help women who have children and don't want to keep their babies.
Okay, well, I'm a man and I don't want to keep my baby because it's not working right.
Okay, but what about your wife or your girlfriend?
Yeah, she feels the same way. She's in just as shocked as I am.
Well, I mean, you can't be in shock over a baby how old is the baby?
1 month, couple weeks.
Well, I mean, they don't walk or talk or do anything like that. I mean, they don't do anything like that.
Exactly. So where do I get a refund, or what do I trade it in for?
You don't get a refund or trade it in for anything.
Then why do I have it? Can I get rid of it?
Well, I mean, are you wanting to place a child for adoption?
No. Well, who would want something that doesn't work?
What do you mean something that doesn't work? It's a baby. It's not supposed to work.
Exactly. Then what is the point of having it if it doesn't work? If nobody wants it, why? I'm just going to throw it in a dumpster.
Okay, I think you're really kind of missing the point here. I mean, babies aren't supposed to walk or talk or do any of that thing till they at least, get to be a year old.
But what if they don't?
I mean, maybe to you, the baby's no good, but to another adoptive family who doesn't have any children, the baby would be a good thing, and they would love to have, to have something like that.
They would love to have a impaired baby.
Well, I wouldn't say it's impaired. He's only a month old, or she's only a month old, whatever it may be.
Handicap, special, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, well, it's too early to tell if the baby is handicapped or special.
Because it's looking out the ground all the time?
Okay. I mean, how can I help you? How is it that I can help you? What is it that you're looking for?
I'm looking for a refund, some way to get rid of this thing, or
okay, what
something.
State are you in?
Texas.
Okay, and what is your name?
Kevin.
And your girlfriend's name?
Emily.
Emily, okay. And what is the phone number where I could reach you at?
You can call. I'm calling off my work phone. Our cell phones are turned off. We didn't pay the bill.
Mm-hmm. So you're calling from a work number. Where do you work at?
Nationwide.
Nationwide what?
It's a grocery company.
Okay. Well, I mean, as far as, Kevin, if you want to place a child for adoption, we have families that would take that baby.
I know. I understand that, but one, I don't see why they would want it. Two, I have to go get it out of the dumpster. And three, I don't know what to do with it.
You have to go get it out of a dumpster and you don't know what to do with it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, the first thing would be to take care of the baby until the adoptive parents could get there to take it from you.
But if it's pretty much lifeless and not moving as much as when it first came out, what am I supposed to do with it?
Well, I would maybe take it to a hospital.
Why? If it can't walk or has no hair or anything like that, then why take it there if it's impaired?
Okay. Well, I can't seem to get through to you that a baby at a month old is not what you consider
I can't seem to get through to you that the baby is not working. It came out limp and bloody.
But babies don't work, Kevin. At a month old, babies don't work. Does the baby cry?
Not anymore.
Okay, then there's something seriously wrong with the baby if the baby doesn't cry.
It's got veins in his head.
What?
Has veins in his head. It's kind of blue.
Well, if the baby isn't crying, I would definitely take the baby to a hospital.
Why?
Well, because if you're the one who put it in a dumpster and something is seriously wrong with that child, unless you get medical attention for that child, you're going to be the one who gets in trouble and could possibly end up going to jail for murdering a child.
Oh, you didn't mention that earlier. Okay, well, I'll go try to find it if they haven't took out the trash already. But if I do find it and get it, what do I do with it?
I would take it to a hospital.
What about Fedex?
How are you going to FedEx it? I think you're just being silly, and I think you've called an 800 number, to pull some kind of joke or some kind of a prank. And, how could you be so silly to ask me about FedEx? You know that a baby cannot go FedEx, and you can't be that dumb. And excuse me.
Oh, excuse me. Well, let me speak to one of your managers, please. I have a question, and you're insulting my intelligence.
No, well, I am the manager here.
Well, you suck.
I'm not insulting your intelligence, Kevin, but what I'm saying is you should have more sense than to ask me if you could send a baby FedEx. And you should know that throwing a baby in a dumpster, if something happens to that baby, they can trace that baby back to you and your girlfriend, and you will get prosecuted for attempted murder or murder if something happens to that baby.
I wiped the fingerprints off of it.
So, yeah, but there's DNA. Wiping fingerprints off a baby.
What, like sperm on it?
It's like your DNA is going to match.
Like my sperm?
So, I don't know what to tell you other than I really seriously hope that this is just some kind of sick joke and you really didn't throw a baby in a dumpster, because what you should have done was called an adoption agency like myself or an adoption facilitator, which I am.
Okay, well, right now you're telling me I'm either screwed, I'm going to jail, or I'm stupid. So I'm saying if I do save it, what do you want me to do with it? FedEx it to you? UPS it?
How can you FedEx or UPS a baby?
Get it a bottle of water and put it in a box and ship it.
Well, I think that the baby would suffocate if you did that. So I don't think you can put a baby in a box.
It's not breathing now.
Well, then that's because there's something seriously wrong with that baby if the baby isn't breathing now. So if I was you, I would maybe call 911, or I would get the baby to a hospital and do the best that you can to try to save that baby's life.
Okay, so what's your best advice?
Well, and you're laughing, so it's like I don't even think that you're being serious. So
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing.
The conversation is over, and you have a really good evening and
I forgot to mention I hit it with the truck.